Hi, Asma. So we've got your fifth set of essays. Let's take a look and see what you did here. This is about green energy. So let's see what you said. In recent times, a majority of green energy has become widespread in both the developed and developing world. It is argued by some that they are environmentally friendly and cheap, yet others believe they are a danger to energy security. Okay. This essay will discuss both sides using examples from the UK government and Oxford University to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, so let's talk about your introduction a little bit. First of all, the majority of green energy, that as an expression didn't really make a lot of sense to me. Because it's like, okay, the majority of pie, the majority of people, so you can see that there's a plural, the majority of pizza. So, in other words, the majority of something uncountable, okay, if it's in the singular. Otherwise, it should be plural, but you can't use green energy in the plural, not really at least. So this should have been rephrased. How about something like, in recent times, various forms of green energy have become widespread in both the developed and developing world. Okay, that could work. And then this sentence was fine. And then here, you said you're going to discuss both sides, but look what it asked you for. It also asked you for your opinion, and you didn't express your position. Okay, remember, and I'm pretty sure we've talked about this in your other essays, that when it says discuss both views and give your opinion, it's really in your best interest to include this in your introduction. Okay, because it's important to have your position and to know your position throughout the essay, so from the beginning to the end. All right, let's move on. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that green energy is better for the environment and that it is inexpensive. The central reason behind this is twofold. First, the renewable energy has a significant improvement in the environment because it replaces fossil fuel and it reduces air pollution as well as carbon dioxide emission. Okay, I wouldn't have used has here, so it's not like renewable energy has an improvement. How about renewable energy provides or helps create a significant improvement? So I think one of those words would have been better there. Secondly, green energy greatly reduces costs because it is derived from free natural resources such as the wind, sun, and water. For example, recent empirical research by the UK government demonstrated that renewable energy helped the public save 80% of their bills. You don't really mean of their bills. Helped the public save 80% maybe on their bills. Let's see, demonstrate that renewable energy helped the public save 80% from their bill. I don't know. It's a little awkward like this. 80% of their, how about their energy expenses? That would have worked. 80%, yeah, helped them save 80% of their energy expense. I guess that makes sense, sure. As well as reduce carbon dioxide emission in the air. Therefore, it can clearly be seen that green energy will continue to grow due to its enormous benefits. No apostrophe here, okay? Okay, that was good. It was a pretty textbook paragraph in that you had your main ideas, you supported them, main idea again, you supported it. So it was really true to the template, so I thought you did very nicely there. Let's take a look at the next paragraph. On the other hand, although you need a comma here. On the other hand, comma, although there is a case for the benefits of green energy, the detrimental impact it can have on energy security cannot be overstated. Good. This is largely because renewable energy is dependent on changeable and unpredictable resources such as the wind and sun. So if the country solely relies on green energy, then whenever there is a lack of sunlight or there is a change to the wind, this will then cause reduced solar energy, which can then lead to a blackout in the country. For example, an extensive study by Oxford University showed that 90% of reduced solar energy was caused by lack of sunlight. Thus, it is without doubt that renewable energy can be a threat to energy security. Okay, that was good. Yeah, it was fine. I thought you did a nice job. No issues there. So, to conclude from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that although renewable energy has its benefits, it cannot be solely relied on. Okay, fine. Remember, no, it when you do it's with an apostrophe, it means it is or it has. So, and we don't use this kind of language. You don't use contractions in task 2, so avoid this. Um, in any case, you wanted the possessive its um, with no apostrophe. Okay, so I thought this was well done. The big issue for me was that we didn't know what your position on this topic was until until we got to the very end, and so that's something I want you to fix. Okay. All right, let's move on and look at your letter. This is the one about the barking dog, so let's see what you wrote. Dear Miss Jane, I hope you're well. I have been preparing for my medical school exams and I have been studying for long hours at home. These studies that I do are quite hard and I have to concentrate in a quiet area. I know that you recently bought an adorable small dog. Sadly, he barks throughout the day and the night, and this interrupts me from studying and sleeping at night. I am kindly asking you if you can do something to help reduce the barking, especially during the night, as I struggle to sleep because of the barking. There are few things you can try. For example, you can take him out for a walk, or you can give him a ball to play with during the day. This will help him stay busy, and by nighttime he will be tired and he will fall asleep. I hope that this letter does not offend you, as I am only trying to get some quiet time in my home so that I can focus and study for my exams during the day and sleep peacefully during the night. If you want to talk about this more, please let me know. Yours sincerely. Okay. Um, this was good. Um, it was neutral, so it was neither formal nor informal. It was something in between, and that was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. Um, the one, okay, there are a couple little things. I wanted you to get to the point, even though we said it's neutral, your style is neutral, I still think you should have addressed why you were writing earlier. Okay, so you said, I hope you're well, and then you start talking about your exams. So I think even just a little sentence, just kind of cluing Miss Jane as to the reason for your letter, would have been a good idea here. So, dear Miss Jane, I hope you're well. I am writing with regard to your adorable little dog that you just bought um, and his incessant barking. I have been preparing for my medical school exams and I have been studying for long hours at home. Um, Unfortunately, your dog barks throughout the day and the night, and this interrupts him from studying and sleeping and so forth. Okay, so that's kind of how I would have done it. I would have reorganized some of these sentences so that the flow was a little bit better. So you kind of got to the point of why you were writing first, and then you could have gotten into some more information here. Okay, so now let's talk about a couple of other little areas, like this sentence which is highlighted here. I am kindly asking you if you can do something to help reduce the barking, especially during the night, as I struggle to sleep because of the barking. So, do you see how this is a little repetitive? To reduce the barking, I can't sleep because of the barking. So, what you need here is some lexical cohesion. So, let me give you a couple of examples. I am kindly asking you if you can do some, or even better, I'm kindly asking you to do something to help reduce the barking, comma, especially during the night, as I struggle to sleep because of it, or as I struggle to sleep because of the noise. Okay? So you are not saying barking, barking. You're not saying you. So it just cleans up these sentences a little better. Okay, and then the rest, this was fine. And then again, it was okay. It was a little repetitive. Like, I feel like you've really, emphasized this point. I don't know if you necessarily needed to say the same thing again. Maybe you could have had some other suggestions for your neighbor. So maybe, if my above suggestions don't work, then I'm happy to suggest a excellent veterinarian for you who might have some additional suggestions. Because, yeah, I mean, you said this again before, about the quiet time, focus on your study, and so forth. So maybe you could have said something a little different there. If you want to talk about this more, please let me know. That was fine. Okay, and then the rest, again, it was fine. So it was a good job overall. Just be careful with some of those issues of cohesion, okay? And I guess that brings us to the end of this set. It's your last set of essays with us. You will get an email. You will get a link, rather, in the email included with this correction, inviting you to continue to work with us. And if you would like to, then that would be great. I'd like to continue working with you to, help you progress with your writing, to kind of overcome some of the areas that still, need a little tweaking. Okay, so hopefully that's something you'll consider, so that we can continue giving you feedback and helping you on your IELTS journey. So best of luck to you no matter what you decide, and I look forward to hearing from you.